Hello, Mike. You slid in that door just right. How you doing today? Hello, Diane. Oh, Mr. Mobang. How you doing, Tim? Like that ever ready money? Hello, Moon. Well, we're glad you come in, Mobang. Mike, you hear about that ever ready money that you put the batteries in right and it just goes and goes and goes and goes? But if you put them in backwards, he just comes and comes and comes and comes. Moonlight Adventures and Moon. Got all kind of moonshine. Fairy dust. Thank you, Diane. I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. If fairy dust been running around, leave me a Mary Chase, Mike. Oh, me. Is it less cool up there? Yeah. Got on the good side of them batteries, huh, Mike? Well, it's the second time I come on here today. I opened the pop up this afternoon for a little while. Hello, Timmy Ray. Hello, Cookie. Seemed like I saw you somewhere before, too. I think he lied to you. Or maybe he's doing something we ain't supposed to know about. He didn't say where in bed he went, I guess. Yep. Damn, all the guys going to bed quick tonight. I asked Tim the other day how long he been doing that DoorDash. Said about a year. I don't know anybody that's done it. I mean, personally. A lot of people seem like they're getting into it. What are you talking about, Diane? Oh, okay. I got you. Never mind. Yeah, Kenny got a day and a piece of a day, doesn't he? Hello, Michelle. You still up? Well, you feeling any better? Hello, Kenny. Appreciate it. How's your deal, Kenny?
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Red Suspender?
I've got some light on in here now. You can
Did
see
what?
me. I got some light on in here now.
Yeah, I see. I like it better the other way.
You like it in the dark?
You in the dark?
Yeah, I was too. Uh,
Oh, what?
but yeah, I'm tomorrow is the day. Hey, Cookie. I thought you was going to bed, Cookie. But anyway, I went to my doctor yesterday, and he was very, very pleased with my blood work and everything. The only thing that was a little off was my blood pressure and my temperature, but that's probably due. He said that's probably due to the gallbladder. I've got some infection in there, as y'all know. Got some gallstones in there. But he said it wasn't like dangerously. I wasn't in like a danger zone or anything to really be too concerned about. But my blood work and everything, he said I had excellent cholesterol. Sugar was good. Sugar was 87 when I asked him. I asked him what my sugar was, and he said it was 87. So anything between 70 and 120 is good. So I'm nowhere near diabetic. And I lost another 4 pounds. So I said, well, it's probably because I'm on this restricted diet. Hey, Rowan,
Hello, Bridget.
I said, this restricted diet that I'm on, I said, that's probably what done it. And he said, yeah, you're probably right there. And so, yeah, he was pretty well pleased.
Well, that's good. That is good. Yeah, we were talking about you earlier. Somebody said they made a big meatloaf. I said, oh, you can't talk about that in front of Kenny because he can't eat it.
Well, he did tell me today. He did tell me today. He said after you get your gallbladder out, he said you can pretty much go back and pick up some of your foods that were taken away from you. You can go back and pick those back up, but you have to kind of ease back into it. You can't go full force with it. You have to kind of just, you know,
Your your stomach will tell you what you can eat and what you can't.
and and so, but he said, good news is you are getting it. You are getting it done early. He said you are at a good state that you're catching it early before it sets up even worse and turns. He said a lot of times when it gets really inflamed, it makes it a lot harder to remove when it's inflamed. So I'm getting it now while it's not inflamed, getting it gone. So
You tell them you had a date with 400 women and motorboating.
no.
What do you mean no?
Thanks, Fairy Dust. Hey, I'm looking at this like a piece of cake cookie. And they do it so simple nowadays. I shouldn't be in surgery no more than 30 minutes. 30 minutes or less. Is all it should take.
Well, you go on ahead and getting it over with before it really gets bad. You know.
Yeah. And
And
besides, like I said, I'm catching it early. So I'm catching it before it really turns gangrene and gets all really inflamed and things like that. And so I'm at a good state where the stones are still stationary. They're not stuck in that duck again. They're not stuck in that duck.
you don't want
And,
to feel that quack quack now.
and we're not talking about like the quack quack duck.
Hmm.
So, but he said, I'm really going to like my surgeon that's going to do the surgery. He said he's really good at it. And he knows, he's done many operations and he knows this stuff. So it's pretty easy and simple. So I'll actually be up and walking not long after the surgery is done.
Okay.
You must have had some really bad infection and got inflamed in there for it to take that many hours, Cookie. That's the only thing I can figure because most people I've talked to, they do it so they do it laparoscopically. And if you catch it early, like what I'm doing, it's not that terrible.
What? What you doing? What are you doing, little dog? Huh? What do you want?
Yeah, I had one attack on Sunday, and that was on the 31st
See?
of July, the 31st of July, and that's when it hit me about 2 o'clock that afternoon. That's when I said, Dad, I said, we need to go to the hospital. I said, it feels like something's gonna rupture in my stomach. And so I said, the two things that come to mind was either the gallbladder or the appendix, because I know that those are the two main organs that usually go and that feel like they're going to rupture uh, when they're inside your system, especially in your abdomen area.
Mm-mm-mm.
So the doctor, well, again, he tried today. My regular doctor today, he tried to get me to jump. He tried to get me to holler and stuff. He like touched my abdomen and he said, "Don't that hurt?" And I'm like, "No. What pain are you talking about?" I'm like, he said, "You're very lucky." He said, "Most patients that I've been around that take gallbladder issues, just by the touch of two fingers in that area, they'd be about ready to come off that table." I said, he said, "Well, you must have a high tolerance of pain." I said, "Well, I must too. I must have a high tolerance of pain anyhow." So,
Yeah, that's the one. That's the two things hang on after you get sick with that mess, Michelle. One, you haven't got any energy to do anything, and the other's a headache.
so the doctor know how to play video games well, Ken? No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, he's talking about operating that machinery to go in there and get it.
Going and yeah.
You know. Go over there and sit down. You don't need to go outside.
But anyway, it was pretty. I was really pleased with the doctor and everything, and I was happy. Uh, he said it wouldn't hurt you to lose a couple more pounds. He said I'd like you somewhere between 120, 125. I'm at 134. He said if you go back to when I weighed 155 a year ago, I've totally lost a total of 14 pounds within a year.
Good way to lose it.
Well, I've been cutting back quite a bit. Like I said, I don't eat a full 3 meals a day. I might eat maybe once, maybe twice a day, and that's pretty much it for me usually. She's been in my live streams here and there, and on others here and there, but she's not really into being on camera. And right now, she's outside. She's spending the time outside tonight.
You didn't
So
even you didn't even come up this afternoon when we was on.
no, I've actually been gone all day. I've been gone. I've been going since about I guess a little bit after 12:30, 1 o'clock. I guess. Uh,
I don't know what time we come on. 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that.
well, see, I was at a funeral, so friend of mine that we sometimes take to work. Sometimes. Her daddy passed away
Ooh.
Sunday. Yeah, so taking it pretty rough right now. Of course, he had been sick since December. They said, and he just kept going downhill. He actually went from 169 pounds to 89 pounds when he died. He was only 89 pounds when he died.
Mm-mm.
His uh, kidneys, uh, his kidneys actually ruptured on him. Actually, so but he's in a better place now.
Just because I wanted to, William. I got bored and thought I was going to get on there for a few minutes.
And he lived a good long life. He was 84.
Yeah, well, clicking along pretty good.
Yeah.
I had a buddy I lost that was one of my hunting buddies. Hell, he was 41 and he died. Had an
Yeah.
Andrew driving down the highway, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, you never know
Yeah,
anymore. You really don't.
that's what they said about me. I've had people tell me before that, cat's supposed to have 9 lives, and said you about on the third cat. So,
Mm. But yeah, chocolate. Yeah, you're making me want chocolate again.
well, they gonna talk about sex or chocolate. Which one you want to talk about, Kenny?
Chocolate.
Hello.
I did talk to my dad about we need to get us an air fryer.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that after talking last night. I may get one. You get through rigging that camper up. You getting to be a camera nut, ain't you?
Hey, Rocky, what you doing, boy?
I'm being lazy. He gets my lap and leans on me. He won't stand up.
Well, that's because he
Yeah,
loves you. He's showing that he loves you.
you're a rat. Get out. Get out. Crazy dog. Come pretty close a few times, William.
But
Oh, he just got through with one. That's what he was barking about a while ago. He come over here, jumped up on my leg, and went to barking, and he looked. I've got that sack of treats sitting up here on top of the computer.
yeah,
He'll bark and then look at that sack. He'll bark and look at that sack.
that means he's telling you he wants a treat, don't
Shh, shh, be quiet. Don't say that word.
it? Oh,
I know.
you know what?
You gonna be as bad about that as you was about my ribs, asshole.
Hey, NJ. Hey, Janice.
Oh goodness. Hello, Anj, and hello, Janet.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I really don't want to. I really don't want to go back. I really don't want to go back to my old ways. I want to keep up with what I've been doing and try to work on losing even more weight. Get back down to, like I said, 120, 125. Because that's actually where he wants me. And so, yeah, he said I was heading in the right track today when he talked to me about losing weight. He said I'm heading in the right. I'm heading in the right direction. So
That's good. What do you say you weigh now?
I weigh 134 pounds.
Okay. And he wants you at 125.
Somewhere between 120 and 125 pounds.
Well, if this gallbladder does like most people do on it, you'll continue to lose weight for a little bit because your diet's gonna change up. And I don't know how you'll wind up doing it, but we have several friends that gallbladder came out and they couldn't eat very much at a time.
But he told me, said, now some patients, when they take out their gallbladder, you're going to have seepage coming out of that bile. Uh, it's going. So you're going. Some patients have diarrhea after. In
Yeah.
other words, he was saying, and but he said it happens to some patients and some patients it don't.
You be fine. Like I say, your body will tell you what you can do and what you can't. It's
Yeah.
like me being allergic to eggs. It took a long time to figure that out. But every once in a while, I'll eat an egg and then I'll hurt for about 3 or 4 hours and I won't do it again for a while.
So is that reason why you can't eat? Yeah, he wants me to lose more because I'm only 4'9", 4'9", 4'10". Yeah, he really wants me to lose about 120 and or go down to about 120, 125 and maintain that.
Hello, T and Sunfish. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, T and Sunfish.
What?
Oh, nothing. I was just coughing. Why?
What are you coughing about?
Oh, good news about the van. I went to my mechanic today. He got the whole front of that motor redone because he did all the timing chain, the cover, the gaskets, the seals. Put a new timing chain in there. He said that timing chain was pretty much. He said it was a good thing that I ordered another timing chain because he said it looked pretty rough. And he also put me a new what's that thing, that gasket for the um on the coolant around the engine.
On what now?
Yeah, something. A rubber gasket around that, around that, around your coolant system. Around the timing chain.
Yeah, okay. Where
Yeah.
the water pump and everything is.
Yeah, with the water pump and everything. He said it was all wore out and stuff. He said, so he went ahead and ordered me a new gasket and things, put all that back, and he put me he went ahead and put them gauges on there, the oil pressure gauge and the temperature gauge, but he's going to try to finish it up. He got most of it done, but he still needs a few little things here and there. They said it might be towards the end of this week, first part of next week before I get it back.
Well, that'd be just about right for you.
Yeah.
You know,
I let him know that he's going to try to get the lights back on. And what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to hook them gauges up to where the light, where it will light up in the dark. It'll come on when they'll come on when you turn your lights on in the dark.
where you're driving at night, you can see them.
You'll see them gauges. Yeah. That's what he's trying. That's what he's going to try to do. But
On that last motorcycle I got, it's got light. It's got a LED uh, console in it, the speedometer and gears and all that stuff is on. But I don't like it because I can't see it in the daytime. But it's all LED. It doesn't have a gauge in it. And,
yeah, I like the gauges better than I do the lights. Myself.
Well, these are gauges, but they're not mechanical gauges. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And
See, mine didn't even have that van. Didn't even that van. It had a water pressure gauge, but I think it's gotten to where it would quit working. So I went ahead and just had him reinstall a mechanical gauge to where I know for sure when it's actually hot, because what it would do is it would get to where it would read hot, but it wouldn't actually be hot. But then it all of a sudden fall back to where normally, and I'd already had a thermostat put in there, and I think I even tried to put, I think I had a sending unit put in there as well, but it still would do it. So I went ahead and just had him hook up a mechanical gauge to where I could still be able to read what type of pressure what type of water pressure it's going to have, and also, and the oil pressure, it just had the light. It didn't have the gauge. It just had the light. And see, I'm the type of person that likes to be able to tell. I'm thinking, how you supposed to know when you just got the light? How you supposed to know how much oil pressure that oil pump is actually pumping when you can't? I like to know for sure, because I know that those things, oil pumps, are very critical to the engine if they quit, and you better shut that thing off as quick as you can, otherwise you'll wound up locking that motor up, won't you, Dad? Yeah, I call them dummy lights is what I call
yeah, idiot light.
them. I want to know for sure. I actually had him put a tester on that. I meant to ask him how much oil pressure that thing was actually putting out. He said He said that I actually had him put a tester on that oil pump to see how much. I actually had him put a tester on that oil pump to see how much pressure that thing's actually putting out. He said at an idle you should be putting out about 20 to 25 psi at when it's just sitting there idling, and then at acceleration you should be getting anywhere between 45 and 50 psi, pounds of pressure.
You see a dog that like peanuts?
You don't, huh?
I said, you ever see a dog that like peanuts?
You feed your dog peanuts?
He'll fight you over a peanut
Oh Lord!
or almond. I usually eat a few peanuts and a few almonds every night. Boy, he'd go after them almonds now. I know you're not supposed to give it table food, but
See, I think mine eats anything we eat pretty much. Plus, she eats her own dog food, so she gets plenty of food. She definitely don't starve to death, that's for sure. With the way she eats, you'd think she's starving to death, but she don't. She gobbles hers up quick, and I think
oh,
Ron just froze. Did Ron freeze, or is it just me?
mm. Have you got one or two dogs, Kenny?
One. I couldn't handle two right now. Hey, Ron, you're frozen on the screen, but we can hear you. There you go.
Hmm. And the one down there hit that stop cam and brought it back up. That's weird.
But anyway, I still need to take her to the vet because I need to figure out. I need to figure out why, as much as we feed her, we even feed her three or four bowlfuls of her own dog food at a time to try to get some weight back on her. Because the last time I had her on a scale, she weighed 28 pounds. And that's skinny for a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out. And like I said, plus we feed her what we eat most of the time. Except we don't feed her raisins, we don't feed her grapes, we don't feed her onions, we don't feed her garlic. We don't feed her any spicy like we don't feed her jalapenos or anything like that. Are you trying to say what was the last time she was wormed? Well, she really never had worms when she was born, except for when she was born. But we done gave her some medicine when I got her at 6 weeks old. That's when she had worms. But they gave her some medicine to get rid of them, and she's not had any. They've tested her for it in the past ever since, and she's not had any worms. But the thing of it is that, you know, I did have her up at like somewhere between the vet wants her somewhere between 45 and 55 pounds.
Hello, Jaws and
And now
Kicking.
I'm spinning for some reason. But I'm back now. But yeah, hey, Jaws. Hey, Kicking the Country, Scott. Uh, and no bigger and no smaller than 45 to 55 pounds. And so I, it's actually got the vet puzzled too, because we've explained to her about how she gobbles everything up she eats, and then she re-eats it like a bird and throws it right back up and everything. Does that three or four times, and everything, and it comes out looking like foam. Anyway, they did some blood work on her and everything, and she um her blood work comes out good, and we give her heartworm pills every month, and plus we give her a flea and tick pill every month. But yeah, it's got her puzzle. And the vet, the last time I had her at the vet, they said that it sounds like she might have what you call something with your pancreas. You know, when your pancreas, when you eat food, it even does it for us humans, by the way. When you eat food, it helps the pancreas helps break down the food with enzymes, and they think because her pancreas is not producing the enzymes that it needs to break down the food. I've got to go one day and have her tested, and they need to send the test off to somewhere in Texas. I don't know where they're going to send it off to, but it's one of those things that they got to send all the way to Texas to have it to get the results. So,
Probably down A&M.
and I told Dad here a couple of weeks ago, it looks like she may have lost even more weight. And see, I don't know how much more she can lose without. I, I don't know how much more she can. I don't know how much more she can lose without her organs shutting down. Even the vet said that.
Yeah. You know, sometimes they. How old is it, pup?
The dog's gonna be 7 years old. Let's see. She'll be 7 years old in January.
Well, he's still a pretty young dog now. Pretty young dog. Most German Shepherds live to be 12, 13 years old. Like
Well, they tell me that if I take real good care of it, I can get at least good 14, 15 years out of it. Which we do. We do love on it, feed it, do everything you're supposed to do. And we just can't figure out. I even bought that. I even bought that expensive dog food that's supposed to be dogs with sensitive stomach, and that ain't helping none either.
Well, you might check them. You know, there's a zillion different kinds of worms. And some pills will kill some of them, and there's other pills that kill the other one. So that's a possibility too.
If it's lack of pancreatic enzymes, they can give you a supplement to replace it. Yeah.
Is it little? Is her tummy tight? I mean, is she hollow bellied or?
Blood work and everything comes out good. Just they had those, I think it might be the enzymes in the pancreas.
They think it might be her enzymes in her pancreas. And Diane is saying here that if it is pancreatic enzymes, they can give me supplements to replace them.
Yeah.
Close the door. I don't know where Rocky went now.
I wonder why he's off camera.
Yeah.
If it was worms, Bet would be able to tell from a stool sample, I would imagine. Yeah, they've been doing that, and her poop comes out good, so she doesn't have worms. And they've done samples like that before. Good night, Lillian.
Lillian, you gone? I give you a little bit of a break kicking.
Well done, good team. Boys are back in school and playing football. They're not running wild like they were. Thank Lord.
You know, that's something funny. It's different than when I was in school. When I was in school, girls didn't play sports hardly. Just a little bit, not a whole lot.
Well,
Now,
I actually knew a. We had a female that was on the boys varsity football team, and they were the female was actually playing as the quarterback.
well, now I think there's more girls play sports than the guys do. They hadn't started that girls on the football team and stuff. They started that just about the time I got out of high school. I'm not commenting on that kicking. I'm staying out of that completely.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one, Scott. By the way, speaking of Amber, did she actually finally get over her sickness that she had? Of course, we all know what that sickness was, but I'm not mentioning it.
Michelle, you fixing to go lay it down, girl?
Good night, Michelle. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, that hadn't started real big over here when I got out of school. It wasn't too many years after that it just started changing up.
Hmm.
That's Kicking's wife, William.
Yeah, Amber is kicking the country's wife.
Oh, there you are.
Glad Amber's back. Scott. Glad she got over it.
You're gonna go getting them knots on your head again, Kicking. You keep talking like that. I noticed old Roy's cap won't even fit anymore since Becky got back. I just didn't have it. I guess we were behind y'all over there. Usually about uh, volleyball, a little bit of basketball, and track. That was about all the girls got into. That's, that's the oldest granddaughter of mine. Loves to run cross country. And she'll get up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and go run 5 miles
Wow.
every damn day.
Mm.
Loves it. I mean, she look. We had to slow her down. She was getting shin splints. Oh well, that might make a difference. I was always pretty fast on a short distance, but I could run them cross countries, but I hated them. You know, where you set up and run 5 miles or something. Now, you back on 12 hours a day now, Kicking? Yeah, he knows what side his bud bread's buttered on. Shut up, Kenny.
Oh,
Uh, Boy, 2 more days. I, I done, I've got about 25 jokes I've been collecting, as I can tell you. Hmm, I don't know about that one. It get you then, huh? What all you got to do tomorrow?
Not much, just hang around here at the house and wait for that phone call to let me know what time I need to let me know what time I need to arrive at the hospital on Thursday. Anywhere somewhere in between two. I should be receiving that call somewhere in between the hours of 2. Good night, T. Love you too, T. In between the hours of 2 and 5 p.m. to let me know what time what time the surgery's gonna be on Thursday.
T, you gone? You have a good night, T. Yeah, you'll find out the P's and Q's tomorrow, won't you?
But if I don't get the call between those hours, I'm supposed to give them a call. And then I got to make sure that I got to make sure I wash my body in dial soap. I have to bathe in dial soap sometime today.
Uh,
They don't want me. They don't want me. If it's not antibacterial soap, they won't do the surgery. So I have to make sure I bathe in antibacterial soap. And I cannot wear, like I was saying earlier in Danny's live stream, I can't wear any deodorant of any kind, and I can't wear any watches, rings, or anything like that.
I don't know what you did, but I can't hear you no more.
You can't hear me now?
Now
I
it's back.
haven't touched a thing.
Well, they just quit off for a minute. It's back now. I don't know. You just lost your voice.
Okay, well, anyway, as I was saying, that if I don't get a call between the hours of 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. today, I've got to give them a call, and I also got to make sure that I bathe in dial soap, antibacterial soap, and antibacterial soap. And then I got to make sure that I can't eat or drink anything after midnight tonight. So, and I can't wear any deodorant of any kind or any rings, watches, anything, any of that stuff. I can't wear any of that.
Don't you
So,
start coughing before you get up there.
why you say that?
What?
Why do you say not to be coughing before I get up there?
I don't want you getting sick before you go in there and have a surgery.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, that might not be good.
It should be outpatient kicking the country. That's what it's supposed to be. Because he wants me up and walking as soon as I wake up from the anesthesia. He doesn't want me laying around or anything. Even when I come home, he wants me active. Even when he said even he wants me even to go out somewhere, do something at least 2 times a day. Get yourself out, be active, do something. Even when I come home, walk up and down the driveway, and of course that's going to be kind of difficult in this gravel. But yeah, I mean, he wants me to go out at least 2 times a day, at least outside, at least.
Yeah, they just don't want you to sit down. A lot of people sit down and put their feet up and just don't move, and that gets them in trouble.
Yeah. Well, he said the more active I am, the better off I'd be, because he said the less pain I would have with that, and it would subside on its own.
Yeah, did they give you a limit on what you pick up?
What do you mean?
How much weight?
I can lift up to 20 pounds as long as it's within table reach. I am not going to be able to bend down and pick something up off the ground, because I'll be bending over, and I can't bend over because a good possibility I might tear those stitches.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But, yeah, yeah, as long as it's within table reach, I should be good. I mean, as long as it's no more than 20 pounds. No more than 20 pounds.
I can go to sleep quick. I just can't stay asleep. Do 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 do. Shut up, Kenny.
I ain't said nothing.
I heard you talking.
I ain't been talking.
Thinking out loud. See, you're thinking about that.
What am I thinking?
I don't know. I didn't understand you stuttered when you said that.
I hadn't said anything. I seen that, William. Not happening.
I still want to see you about 30 minutes after you get out of that surgery.
Okay. Diane says that if we changed the TV channel, he would stir grouchy. Hey, I was watching it. My dad's mama was like that. My dad's mama, she'd be right in the middle of watching Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy or something like that. And boy, if you changed it, she knew she would wake up right in the middle of a deep sleep or whatever. And she'd say, "Hey, I'm watching that. Turn that back." When she did. And she'd be sitting there asleep.
You know, that's something I can't do. Is I can't sleep with a damn TV on.
Boy, I can. I can sleep with TV on, live stream on.
The noise doesn't bother me, but the flash of that television getting bright and dim.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No,
No, I sleep with the light on all the
can't sleep with
time.
that.
So I sleep with this light that I got fixed today. And that I sleep, it burns all the time. So. Of course, I'm probably going to start turning it off during the day so I can save some energy on the bulbs.
You got LED bulbs in there.
Yeah.
They don't burn hardly nothing.
Well, it said, now I don't know how true this is, but it says that these things are supposed to last 9 years. There's 9-year lifetime. Lifetime. That's what it says. It's uses only 5 watts. But it's actually a 40 watt. It's actually a 40 watt bulb. But it only uses 5 watts.
That's a lot different than 40 watt. Yeah, some of that's the luck I've had with them, William.
Yeah, these things, like I said, it stays on pretty much even during the day. A lot that we burn it 24/7, basically, pretty much.
It's funny, noise doesn't bother me unless it's something that's not supposed to be there. When I was married, them kids could walk through the house. My wife could. It didn't bother me a bit. It wouldn't wake me up. You let somebody else walk through that house, and they take one step in that house, and I'd be awake. So it's just what you get used to. Ow. That's some of those bangy lips. Well, I'm sure glad my knee quit doubling up on me and where I was falling. Hell, I fell 7 times there in 2 weeks.
Ouch.
Yeah, when I messed the ribs up.
That sounds like my dad. He's been falling here quite a bit here. Uh, last couple of weeks. Last couple of weeks, I've had to call pretty
Well,
much.
a couple weeks ago, but I hadn't felt about 10 days now.
He hadn't fell in about 10 days, but what?
Yeah, for about 2 weeks, I've fallen every day.
For about 2 weeks, he's falling about every day, and I've had to call 911 every time.
Wow.
This last time he fell, we luckily had a guy that brought us home from where we had taken the van to the mechanic shop, and
Yeah, that was 10, 12 days ago.
and this last time he fell, I had a guy help pick him up then. Uh, when I called Uber and he brought us home from the mechanic shop to.
Hey, the other thing was, I was forcing my walker.
And the other thing was he was close to his walker.
He what? He broke it?
No, he was close. He was close to his walker at the
Oh,
time that he fell. But thankfully, we got one of them life alert things. So that way, while I'm gone on this cruise in Disney, if something like that happens, he can actually call for help.
yeah. How that song go, Paradise? 39 and holding anything you can. I guess my knee's getting better because it, like I say, it ain't folded up like that, but I've been watching it pretty good. Oh, me. What you doing? Growing your beard?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably say goodbye to it tomorrow.
That's about the way that I'm about tired of this. About time for it to go.
Goodbye to my facial hair.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it ain't really growed out that much.
I think it shows more of a shadow on your face. Just because if you move, it gets lighter.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has been thicker than this. Y'all have seen it thicker than this. It's not really that bad yet. I may just go ahead and just shave it off so that way I don't have to worry about it while I'm in my operating room tomorrow. Thursday.
You know, you'd think kids would play at that stuff, but I believe grown ups play with it more than the kids do. Yeah. Mm-mm.
I bought me a new razor earlier this month because the other one said I'm finally done, and
You finally what?
The other razor that I had before I got this new one,
Oh,
it got to where it said I was done, said, and not working no more, so I had to go get another one. So I had to go get a new razor. So I've been using it, and it works pretty good.
mm. Well, I guarantee you're not gonna see me without a mustache. I did that one time.
Really?
My youngest daughter got on me one time and said, "Dad, you need to shave that mustache off." So I was in the bathroom shaving a few days later, and I nicked that mustache, and I thought, well, hell with it. So I just shaved it off. About 3 days later, she come back and said, "Dad, you need to grow that mustache back. It's too damn far from your nose to your mouth."
Huh. Oh, so your daughter actually likes to see you with the mustache then?
Well, she never had seen me any other way.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I had a friend of mine that had a full beard. He kept it real neat, and he shaved that thing off. And he had a 3-year-old daughter, and she would not have anything to do with him till he grew it back.
Oh, wow. Some people like beards, some people don't. Now, I know my mama, or not my mama, but my dad's mama. My dad's mama, what was funny was is my dad's mama would jump all over dad and myself if we come to her house with a beard. But now she would not say anything to his brother, which he had a full facial beard. To his brother did, and boy, if we would come to her house with a beard, she'd jump all over us like no tomorrow. When she did. So if we went to her house, we had to make sure we was clean shaven. I don't know why she was that way, but
This your grandmother?
huh?
This your grandmother?
It was my great grandma, yeah. My dad's mama. Yeah.
I won't tell you what, people were different back then. When I was growing up, now you didn't come to a dinner table with no shirt on or no shoes on. You didn't come to the table like that. Shave it right back on, huh? Hey, you know, it's funny what you used to.
Hello, traveling with special abilities.
Hello, Lorraine.
But now his brother, now he could have a full facial beard, and she wouldn't say a word to him. It was just us two that she'd say something about it. I don't know why that was, but
Hello, Tim Ray.
oh, and I had to make sure that I did not wear the color yellow. because she absolutely went like she was not crazy. She said it was the ugliest color anybody could ever put on.
What, yellow?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I had to make sure I didn't wear no yellow. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a routine everybody went through when they got up. If they want to leave the table before everybody else did. And you done
Yeah.
your
I
ass too.
yeah, we had to ask to be excused as well. Didn't we?
I tell you one that cracked me up now, and there's getting to be a few people doing it. I've been in restaurants before where a whole family would be sitting there and never say one word. Every damn one of them be sitting there on the phone. But I was in a restaurant here the other day eating, and there was a family walked in, about 5 or 6 people. And they walked in, and all the telephones went right in the middle of the table. They turned them off. And I heard the dad say, "Okay, turn the phones off." He wasn't going to listen to that phone ring while they were eating. And that was a good deal. You know, they were talking and cutting up and going on.
Yeah.
I ain't so sure these damn phones are all that good a deal.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah, but I mean for these kids, you know. But you know, that was one thing my parents wouldn't let us do.
What was eat in front of the TV?
Yeah, he didn't even worry about that table. We always had a kitchen with a table in it and had a dining room table. Now we didn't hardly eat at the dining room table unless you had company. You always ate at the kitchen table. If you ate at the table,
Yeah.
I think that's a good rule. Yeah.
Yeah, because you only get one family and one life to live, and you need to enjoy time with each other while you're here, because life is short.
I'll bet you that this virus has done more to put families back together than anything that's happened in a long time. You know, because the kids couldn't leave. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
But because one day some of your families ain't gonna be here, and you're gonna look back and probably wished and said, wished I'd have done more. Wished I'd have loved on them more. It's
Lord,
gonna come.
that's the way my family was too. That dining room table that was for company. Christmas and Thanksgiving and be enough food on there to feed everybody for a week. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'll be honest with you, Ron. We don't eat it, and kicking the country. We don't eat at the table either. Right here is where I eat my food. So we have a table, but we uh, never use it.
Good night, Ann. I tell you what, it's just a different world. Well, and you take two now. Just about every kid got a cell phone, got the game, and got a TV all in his room.
Yeah, it's getting to where now people are letting their kids at 2 and 3 and 4 years old have phones now.
Oh yeah, that youngest granddaughter of mine, she would sit there and take a damn phone when she was 3 years old and play all kind, know how to find her games and how to play them on that phone.
Yeah.
3 years old. All right, Miss Cat. I think we're gonna probably do the same thing for long. Yeah, sending them to the room. No, that don't work.
Hey, Cat.
What you been up to, Cat?
Nowadays, it's more the kids controlling the parents now
Oh,
instead of the parents controlling the kids.
Oh, yeah, no.
it's a good babysitter. Don't have to fool with the kids if they're playing a game. Mm. Uh, well, you need to get here earlier, Lorraine. I come in here real early today. I come on at 7 o'clock, stayed an hour or so, and then come back in here at 11:30.
I'll have to go back and watch that replay.
Hey, Ron, how you getting along, man? Are you rolling? All right, you be careful, man.
Hey, Outdoors Adventures with Ron.
Snuck up on you, Janet. I don't know. I just got bored. I was gonna get on there about 15 minutes. Wound up being an hour and so. Ooh. I couldn't see anybody online, but they said Crystal was online. You have a good night, William. You have a good night and be careful, kicking. Yeah, when you showed up, well, that sort of surprised me, Janet. I guess I need to do that more often. I really ought to. A lot of people don't even know about this live late at night.
I'm back, guys.
Boy, cat don't roll tonight.
Hope everything goes well with your doctor's appointment, Lorraine. Good night, Scott. Good night, Kat. Good night, William. Those that are leaving and going to bed. Me, I'll be up for a while.
Hello, Josh. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Skinner Farms. Good night, Lorraine.
You have a good one tomorrow. All right.
Hope all goes well with your doctor's appointment. Hey,
Hello, Rebecca.
Becky. That is Becky from Roy and Becky. Roy and Becky Travels.
Oh, okay. They got Rocky dang scared. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? What do you want?
Okay. Sorry, guys, you're going on a roller coaster ride. Trying to get this water I got here. Down here.
All right, get out. Oh, you.
Okay, so she was saying good night to everybody else that was leaving. Okay. So she's not actually leaving yet.
Oh, okay.
See, I didn't know. So.
Where did you get it straightened out?
I got me a bottle of water.
You drink that water, don't you?
I can have a case of water gone in no time flat.
Shut up, Kenny.
You thought you was gonna get me, did you?
Yeah, go ahead and try for another one.
No, I ain't trying for another one yet.
Did you ever look up and see what a didgeridoo was?
I looked up doohickey.
I know you looked up doohickey.
But what now? What are you talking? What are you saying?
That didgeridoo. Did you ever look it up?
At didgeridoo. No, I don't think so.
Like a king size flute. How come Victoria it is starting a new channel and shutting the other one down.
Huh?
Somebody said she was shutting that other channel down.
That's the first time I heard of it.
How in the world did she get the strike, Diane? Off music or what?
She is so close to her monetization. She's already got over 1,000 people on that Victoria May Life Unfiltered. What used to be Victoria May Wallace, I think it was, before she changed it to Victoria May Life Unfiltered.
I wonder what she got the strike for. I know she was doing that karaoke business for a while.
Well, she quit doing that on Wednesdays because she said it got to where she got really busy with that grandson of hers that she watches, Mateo. And that's the reason why she quit doing it on. And somebody else, she
Wow.
got 5
Well, I'll trade you some subs for some watch hours, Josh. I'm fixing to bump 10,000 watch hours.
Oh, you're fixing to bump 10,000 watch hours?
Yeah.
I think last time I looked at my watch hours, mine are dropping off, but I'm not really worried about it because, like I said, I'm not even going to monetize my channel. Because in all honesty, now this is my own honest personal opinion. I think monetizing the channel it doesn't do any good because YouTube gets most of the money anyway. The person that owns the channel doesn't hardly get anything hardly, and it takes a good long while to come up with $100 before, because they take 45. I think it's 45 to 50% of every super chat that gets sent. Say somebody sends you a $2 super chat, YouTube's gonna take take 45 to 50% of that $2. And me personally, if I want to support a channel financially or whatever, I would rather send them either PayPal or one of them other uh, one of them other things, Cash App or something. And actually, Skinner Farms, uh, they actually changed it here, Skinner Farms,
Yeah.
unless they changed it again.
It's 45.
It's 45 now, Skinner Farms. 45%.
Yeah, even I had some people get off, and I've still got about 10,000 watch hours. Now, when you hit a year, they start dropping them off when they get past a year old.
Or I would rather buy something from their merch store.
Yeah.
To support a channel that way. But that way I know that they at least get uh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna monetize mine or not.
And two, with this being a public platform, I would also be afraid to even monetize my channel because I'm afraid I'd lose some of my benefits. Even though I am allowed to make some money while I have benefits, but still, I do not want to take that risk. And anyway, I'm only allowed to make up to $85 a month anyway before they start deducting uh, from my benefits.
Yeah, I'm like Cat. If I had a bunch of videos going viral and I could make 15 or 20,000 a month off of it, yeah, I'd monetize them. But yeah, it'd be worth it then. But being a little channel, making $100 every 2 or 3 months, well, it's not worth that.
Nope. I actually did a video on my channel of why I'm not monetizing my channel. And I just mentioned some of those as to why I'm not monetizing my channel.
Well, my eyes are not even wanting to focus. We're just about an hour and 45 minutes. I think we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. The eyes bothering me tonight.
Oh, are they?
Oh, Lord.
I enjoyed it though. Appreciate you coming up, Kenny.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow.